Meet two fluffy tuxedo cats with the most ominous names imaginable, Doom and Gloom. They are ex-feral brothers whose journey from terrified shadows to demanding snack enthusiasts proves that the darkest names can hide the brightest futures. And yes, they're pretty much inseparable. Before their adoption story began, Doom and Gloom were living rough in a feral colony that housed a staggering 80 cats. They were feral when brought to Stockholm's Cat Home, a shelter dedicated to helping cats like them learn that humans aren't so scary after all. The shelter staff worked on socializing the pair, preparing them for the day they'd finally have a real home. That day came when their future family met them at the shelter. Gloom, socialized to some extent thanks to his foster family, allowed himself to be petted, though his body language screamed uncertainty. Doom, meanwhile, hid behind the chair, eyeing those potential humans with deep suspicion. He wasn't convinced this whole domestication thing was going to work out. But the family saw something special in these bonded brothers and decided to take the leap, adopting them together. They knew it wouldn't be easy with two feral cats, but they thought it would be a great loss if they were separated. The first few weeks in their new home were challenging, to put it mildly. The boys treated their designated room like a fortress, rarely venturing out. They moved like ghosts through the house, only daring to explore under the cover of darkness. For the humans trying to win them over, it felt like they were cohabiting with mythical creatures they never see. Gloom began showing signs of progress first. He discovered that there was no danger in getting treats from humans, and he loved treats. His behavior seemed to say, "I suppose you're harmless, but I don't want to relax too much." For a cat who spent years living wild and only began socialization the year before his adoption, this was tremendous growth. Doom, however, remained the tougher case. He'd huff and puff from his safe spot, watching the world from his hiding place. The poor fellow was simply too frightened to join in, even when his brother played. His family worried they might not be the right fit to help him adjust, wondering if they had the patience and skills this traumatized cat needed. But they kept trying, armed with advice from the shelter, online resources, and most importantly, an endless supply of treats. As it turns out, snacks become approximately 30% of the solution. The family developed a routine of spending time with the boys each day, combining affection, gentle training sessions, and plenty of treats to create positive associations. They discovered that Doom was starting to understand a crucial equation. Picking out from under the bed equals delicious rewards. Meanwhile, Gloom continued to transform before their eyes. Despite being 5 years old, he played with the enthusiasm of a kitten. He discovered the joy of being brushed, melting into a puddle of contentment the moment someone ran a brush through his fur. His mom wondered if perhaps he loved it so much because he remembered being matted on the streets, and the sensation of a well-groomed coat felt like luxury. The brushing sessions became bonding time, though the goal was never perfection, just slowly building trust and routine. And slowly, Gloom started showing affection in ways that seemed impossible in those early weeks. His family could see the cuddly cat he was destined to become already emerging. Then came the breakthrough with Doom that changed everything. One evening, his family couldn't find him anywhere and started to worry. Then they spotted him jumping down from a chair. For a cat who barely ventured onto the couch in his first weeks, it was monumental that he finally began exploring his domain. And even started getting pets. The real magic, though, was in their bond and in the way Gloom influenced his brother. Doom watched his brother accept treats, receive pets, and play without consequence, showing him that trying new things brought rewards rather than danger. And slowly, he began to follow suit. The cat who hid for weeks and hissed for nearly 6 months became, improbably, a demanding little creature with passion for treats and toys. He started seeking out attention he'd once found terrifying. Sure, he remained shyer than Gloom, and certain things were harder for him, but he was trying. And that effort was everything. By the time 10 months had passed, both boys were thriving beyond what seemed possible. The names Doom and Gloom, which once reflected their dark past and uncertain futures, had become affectionate jokes. The family decided to keep those names, wanting to honor what the shelter had called them and recognize the journey they'd traveled together. These days, cat hair decorates every surface of the home. These boys don't hide anymore. Side by side, tail by tail, they continue their journey as a bonded pair that melts even the coldest hearts. Together, Doom and Gloom have shown everyone just how resilient and brave they are, overcoming fear and trauma to embrace the good life. Their story carries an important message for anyone considering adoption. Older cats like Doom and Gloom, bonded pairs, shy cats, cats with health issues, they all deserve love. The decision to adopt fearful cats isn't easy, and the timeline for trust varies wildly. But the reward of watching them blossom, of seeing them finally feel safe and loved, makes every challenging moment worthwhile. From feral colony to cozy home, from fearful shadows to playful companions, this feline duo have rewritten their own story.